If I were to talk about where I would start if we were starting small, first things I would consider automating would simply be the forms on your website.
I'm interested in Kajabi. My job, I'm a programmer, so I've worked with a lot of computer stuff. I'd like to still keep my brain from turning into jello and make some money. I understand that I'll post 100 videos before I get like 5 views, and I've been there. But in the near future, people are going to be looking for things to do besides watch TV.
So, yes, you can automate all your social media posts in the sense that you can pre-schedule everything. You can also build what we call social media queues, where you put things into categories and then you can set them to recycle once a week. You're going to get an entire CRM online course capability as well as your social media scheduling. You cannot schedule on X and go high level, but you're going to get so many other capabilities that I think you can find a solution for X. You're going to get a whole lot more if you go with the high level platform than you will with Hootsuite or any of the other individual software pieces. I've been doing this for
Yeah,
6. I can't beat it for the
mhm.
price. I've got clients that are saving $1,500 a month moving from HubSpot to high level.
You can't build a whole world by yourself. It's hard to keep up with how fast everything, because AI just obviates so many things. It's like, oh, I was going to do a whatever product research website 5 years ago, and now it's like, well, that'd be a stupid waste of time because AI just does it better.
With a tool like Descript or CapCut is another one that's good for video editing if you seriously want to produce videos on a regular basis. They're like $300 a year. Yes, it's an investment, but again, for me to cut my video editing in half, I feel like it was definitely worth my time to invest in that. So I'm repurposing that video in 5 or 6 different ways.
Okay,
I have my own high level agency that we call Marketex
okay.
Engine.
You can't just wish you're going to write a book one day. Actually write it, publish it. And so I've done that. Right there is the
Hmm.
email list still to this day, and it probably will be in the future.
If you imagine taking MailChimp and let's say ClickFunnels and Acuity or Calendly for scheduling and put all of them in one system that completely talks to each other. That's what you're getting with high level.
I,
I mean, I have not even had to use Zapier once since I started using this platform. I'm not saying there aren't cases for it, but I used to have every client was using Zapier for at least 2 programs previously. So you can actually have a whole process where it creates your newsletter or your blogs or your video content even automatically at any point in the system. When you are teaching somebody something that's a little more hands-on, you really have to start doing YouTube videos. You really have to build the audience that way. And I think that's what you're going to run into with your stuff too.
what Alec Johnson talks about a lot is he does
Mm,
his company name is One Take Tech, and he
okay.
emphasizes that you do it in one take. You do your video in one take, and that's it. So you
Hmm.
build your whole presentation as slides inside Keynote, and you're kind of have your script and your video screens, and you just record what you do.
Pretty much in YouTube. I pre-schedule them everywhere because I don't want to go back and have to do that again. Content calendars is one of those things that there's not a great tool out there other than just kind of making your own.
So you tell a robot to do the whole thing.
The first time you get on video, you're going to feel awkward. It's going to probably be terrible. You're going to go a year from
Mhm.
now, you're going to go back and look at that video and cringe. The good news about YouTube is that you can change out your thumbnails and your titles and it doesn't hurt your standing and it doesn't hurt your video. In fact, it could help it if you improve them.
He was saying that he takes his YouTube videos and puts it into Gemini,
Yep.
the Google Gemini. And he says, "Hey Gemini, what's wrong with this video? I have these three, and why did this one underperform?" And then Gemini will tell him why it underperformed, and then he can make the suggestions based on what the AI tells him. If you want transcripts are maybe already happening, but it will say compare this video to that video. Anything you ask an AI, it watches the video
Hmm.
and can give you feedback.
So you develop your whole set of instructions. And then the next time you go in there, all you have to say is, I have a new video about XYZ.
Yes,
Here's the transcript and hit enter, and it will give you
that's a
all
good
your
idea.
marketing
So you
content.
automate.
It's like an AI chatbot. So if you're building a community around your guitar lessons or whatever it is, there might be a way where you can take your content, feed it into that, whether it's video transcripts, blogs, your website, whatever it is, train a custom GPT, and then you give that to people as a lead magnet. When they have questions about this topic, they can use your custom GPT.
If you solve $100 problem with $97, I guess it's worth it.
Exactly. And it's just a custom GPT link,
Cool.
which it's the top used AI program right now, Chat GPT. Yeah,
Maybe
what's
way
interesting is
MVP.
when a lot of the advanced internet stuff came out, it was taking years for it to catch up. With AI, it's taking weeks and months.
You need to be genuine, but you want to automate it too. And there's so much automation out there. I'm just curious, what's the one thing that you would like? I'm looking for something that would help me on LinkedIn.
If you just spent 30 minutes, maybe an hour a week, something to that effect, if you committed to that, you would see an increase on the platform you focused on.
That's what
100%
I'm
guarantee
figuring,
it.
yeah.
I see people doing great stuff on YouTube. When you look back a year from now, you're going to cringe at what you created, but you have to
Of
start
course.
somewhere.
Authentic. Yeah. I'm not
So
ready to
I
be that authentic. Thank you. I'm like, oh my.
am super impressed. I mean, every platform has its quirks, right? You're not going to find a platform that doesn't have something you don't like. I was like, you know what I mean? I had this attitude like, yeah, whatever.
Exactly.
I got on there and I was like, I might be wrong. I was like, this is actually pretty awesome. So
Where is that?
they do have workflows, but then the bigger piece of the templates are called snapshots. You really have to consider that before you become an agency, is that you are on the hook for that tech support.
Right.
The thing for me is that if I have to sign into 5 or 10 different high level accounts, now I can't share workflows amongst those accounts. I can't share snapshots. So my first clients came from in-person networking
Okay.
and even like in-person networking or workshops virtually. So virtual
Right.
workshops. The faceless marketing online was never a huge hit for me. I was probably
Yeah.
going out to events 3 times a week in my early startup days.
It just comes naturally, probably from using it. And I spread all over the place because I needed to
Right.
work and I needed to learn this thing. And then I was following someone that was telling me how to do things. It was just a mess. There's a lot of people that have no clue what you're saying if you speak tech speak. Even, a lot of this is just way over people's heads and they need you to just tell them so they can just know what you're saying.